Welcome to Dragonair Silent Gods. This is for the early release, soft launch, or closed beta. However they're spinning this, I'm not really sure right now. We'll have more information on that soon. But if you pre-registered, you'll get an email to be able to play this on the PC client like I'm doing right now, or on your Android device, both actually, and jump back and forth. I've got a list of things we're gonna go over. We're gonna talk about picking your profession when you start this game and how it will impact you, getting the best gear when you start out, and then making sure that you have the right team comp so that you can get through this much easier. Right when you start the game, you're gonna be able to pick between a human, which is what I picked, a dwarf, a half-elf, or a lizard person. Either one is fine. They will not affect anything going throughout the game. It's just purely a cosmetic look for you. But later on, you're gonna be able to pick a profession for that person. And that profession is gonna affect your dice roll when you go through the land. So there's a whole bunch of things like this puzzle right here to solve. There's a whole bunch of other pop-up events that'll happen going through the land. And there's equal amounts for everything. So whatever profession you pick, just pick the one that you like the best. I haven't seen that you can change this, but it's all right. There's equal amounts of people to pick pockets, to break chests, to solve puzzles, to do all of that all around the land. And you roll a 20-sided dice to pass these checks. I'm gonna get a higher score because I saw, well, when solving puzzles and investigating, because I have high wisdom and high intelligence. So I picked archaeologist. There's like a pickpocket, and then there's two other ones. I can't remember what they are, but really, pick whichever one is going to suit you the most. The main hero is really strong, especially for a free-to-play account. So make sure you level this hero up. They can switch between elements. No other hero in the game can do this. We have fire, which is what we start with, but you can come in here at any time and switch to lightning or frost, whichever benefits your team the most. Fire has AoE damage, which is great, plus increased attack when you start out. We have increased attack when we start out with lightning. Lightning is more about blinding and then stunning, so control. And then the frost one will give an ally a big fat shield. So if you want to do more of a support, if somebody's dying on your team, maybe somebody doing a lot of damage on your team, then bring this person in. Or you can just make her the damage dealer, or dwarf, or half elf, or lizard person, whatever you pick. And you also get to customize their look as well. You could choose between this. So make sure you don't neglect this starting person, especially if you're free to play or a low spender. Equipment in early game. Now I just started this account earlier today to see what I could do. To get equipment, there's no dungeons open early game. You haven't found any yet, but you're gonna farm ore, just going around the map. You're gonna see ore on the map. You're gonna pick that ore up and you're gonna forge it really easily. So you just equip the equipment, and to level it up, it's just, it's the best. Refine, you want to go to level 8 with it. That's cool. You've got the coin instantly to level 8, and you can see the substats on here. So don't worry about it. Just slap gear on all your people because it's easy to go out while you're running around the big map and collecting that ore. And then if you see a good area that has a lot of ore, you can always notate it on the map. You can make a mark here like I did, say iron ore. This one has a lot of berries in this area, and then you can always teleport everywhere. But make sure you pick up these teleportation circles. I missed one here, but it's okay. Even though I missed that teleportation circle, you can teleport anywhere. I can fast travel over here to this teleportation circle. I can fast travel over to this goblin dungeon. You don't have to be on a circle to teleport to another one. And since I was able to teleport to this dungeon, I can now go over and pick up this teleportation circle. But make sure you get them, because you might be in an area like this, I don't know, somewhere you can't reach with a dungeon, and you want to make sure you're able to get there as quickly as possible. So look for those. So to make the gear, they've already shown you this when you were going through the game at your camp, which is right below me. Come over to the forge and iron ore. It's everywhere. Just make sure you click it. It doesn't even like take it. It just goes like that. You've put it in your inventory. Now you just make gear. It's that easy. And then throw it on all your heroes and level it up. That way you won't feel like you're lagging behind. Also, if you want to level up your hero's experience, you get experience while you're doing dungeon battles or while you're doing all these battles throughout the land, but you can come over here to the Goblin's Lair, get a whole lot of experience for running through here with your stamina, and you'll be able to level up your heroes really quickly. And then once they get to level 30, you're going to need these materials. So just look over here. If I'm Frost, I'm going to need this one. And if you want an easier way to find these dungeons, you can look at this book here, which is your journal, and then come over here and it'll show all the dungeons that you've already unlocked. And then you can fast travel right to them instead of looking on the map. Now this journal is important. You're going to want to do everything in the journal to get this journey experience, because there'll be some things while you're exploring that won't let you go any further if your journey level is low. So you'll come in here, you'll complete this. This will give you journey experience as well as goodies. There's also commissions to do, which I've completed all of them somehow on this beta account. So make sure you're doing that as well. And once we come out of here, you can see the journey level up here on the top left. Max journey level 50. This won't be the case for a brand new account. This shouldn't be the case for this account, but you get a lot of good rewards, so make sure you're doing all those quests and get that journey level up so you won't get stopped anywhere in the map. The only way you're going to get stopped running around this huge map is by not being strong enough to beat somebody to pass like an area, or not having a journey level up strong enough. We use stamina to do the dungeons. You won't use stamina as you're running around doing all the quests through the open world, but going through those dungeons to make sure that you make our hero stronger, and then of course to farm that really sweet gear later on, make sure you come over here to the store. So as you're running out of stamina, you're gonna have your daily supply store. Get this stamina here, 75% discount, and then save up for these Heliolite dice. These are the dice that get us our legendary heroes. So it's free to play or a low spender. You're definitely gonna wanna save up for some of these, but you do wanna make sure you get that energy so you can just level your account up faster. So whatever you wanna prioritize, I'm gonna go for the energy to start with until I get into a good groove, see how much free gems we get per day, and then kind of balance it out, right? Get that stamina so I can do things throughout the day, and then save up for the dice that get me the legendary heroes. The most important thing you want to do is team comp. This is where you're going to get 20% additional attack and 20% defense. Whenever you come into a dungeon or even a battle out in the open world, you're going to come to a grid like this, and you see where it says that I'm getting the 20% of each and 15% additional elemental damage because I have 5 heroes that are either of frost or poison. You can mix and match all you want, but if you have 5, make sure you always have at least 3 though. Get that 20% attack, 20% defense. Don't go without that. 15% additional damage is amazing, but if you can't get there, that's okay. You'll be fine. And you can see that while you're making the team up there on the top left-hand corner. If I take somebody away and put in, say, this element, now it's only doing 3. So I have at least 3 of people from these 2 elements it's showing me. So I'm getting the 20% additional, 20% defense, and a little bit of HP. I'm sure it's more than 100 HP. This is beta, guys. We'll see when we play the real game tomorrow. So the 15% additional damage, if you have an amazing team with amazing comp and you feel good about it, I wouldn't worry about this right now. Later on, of course, we're going to minimize and maximize, and we're going to really make sure that we have great teams for all the dungeons that we do, all the world bosses that we fight, of course. But for now, it's fine. That's all I've got, guys, right now. Come join us on our Discord. We have a lot of people over here. We're theory crafting about tier lists. You're going to see a tier list video drop from me today as well, so go check my channel if you haven't seen that. I've got everything mapped out over on a Google Doc for you all to look at. Join us on that Discord though. We have a lot of people that like to chat, and I love to go through all this stuff and test everything out and get an idea of where we need to be focusing, what we need to be doing daily, and where all the goodies are. So come and join us. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.